with Chief Meteorologist Holden LaCroix.
Welcome back. A gorgeous afternoon as our Indian summer continues. But man, we had a gorgeous view of the harvest moon last night. Again, these were some of the images you guys sent in. Gorgeous view of the closer and brighter moon, as that's why it was kind of brighter and a little bit bigger in the sky. Is usually this time of year and into November and December, the moon is actually closer to the Earth as it makes a almost oval orbit around the Earth. So another gorgeous view possible tonight, although it is starting to wane as we are expecting the moon phase to get smaller and smaller over the next couple of days and next week. Here's a live look across areas of Corvallis. Fall color popping off in the distance, but what you can't see are those warm temperatures right now sitting in the 80s along I-5 from Portland all the way down to Medford, even upper 70s for the south coast as you head down toward Coos Bay. But Florence and making your way up north a little bit cooler as we're starting to see some effects of onshore flow. And that is going to be the big change expected for tomorrow. Temperatures going to be 20 degrees cooler in the afternoon. And it's not necessarily from a strong cold front. We're just switching the wind direction from easterly flow back to the typical westerly winds. And that's going to be tomorrow afternoon, prompting onshore flow, clouds, and eventually the wet weekend that starts on Thursday and could last into next Tuesday. And we are even talking about the possibility of snow chances. Not the case right now. Clear skies across the Willamette Valley, but you can see the cloud cover trying to increase offshore. This is our very weak cold front that's mainly going to lead to the big change for tomorrow. The morning, you're not going to notice much of a difference, but it really comes into the afternoon as those high temperatures cool right back down. All right, timing things out through this evening, taking the dog for a walk, maybe getting that outdoor chores in. 70, 72 degrees, 50s eventually toward the Oregon coast by late tonight. But once we head towards tomorrow morning, a little bit in the form of those morning clouds, mainly across the valley, but still nice, cool start around 46 degrees. And tomorrow afternoon, intervals of clouds and sunshine. And there's that low pressure system offshore. It looks like we are going to remain dry for tomorrow, but there is the possibility of a stray shower toward the Oregon coast. But realistically, it's the cooler temperatures only getting up into the 60s tomorrow afternoon. So a big drop tomorrow evening from about 78 to 80 degrees today, back to about 63 tomorrow. And then we see the cool weather extend into the weekend, which will eventually lead to our rain chances. You can see some scattered showers developing on Thursday. Eventually that turns to widespread rain. Going to be a wet Ducks game on Saturday. Going to be even wetter on Sunday. And you can see snow levels are starting to drop into next week. And we can finally reintroduce that into the forecast. Mountain snow expected to return with snow levels above 5,500 feet starting Sunday and Monday. All right, 7-day forecast for the coast. Rain Friday through Monday with high temperatures in the 50s. Across areas of the Umpqua, 50s return this weekend after a 65-degree day on Wednesday. Up into the Cascades, snow returns on Sunday and Monday. And for the Willamette Valley, sitting at 63 the next couple of afternoons. But 50s and rain set to move in on Saturday and Sunday, clearing out toward the second half of the day of next week on Tuesday.